I've heard good news. The news that it's finally come to an end. What's up, guys? Alfonso, and here we are to do a breakdown and live reaction and review to chapter 238 of Laco, which is known as Dreamers. And I know a lot of people have been dreaming about the end of this game. And as I've heard, the game does in fact end. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into it. Editing me. Ready. 3, 2, 1. Go. What's up, guys? Pencil here. Fun fact, I have it on me. I keep it on me at all times. And considering, even in the darkest parts of this game, even the longest parts of this game, this has been peak. Darn near every week. I'm gonna hate it on him. We're pre-draw. So it's peak lag. We got a pre-draw on this one, especially considering this seems to be the end of an era, the Ubers match. And a match that started off with a bunch of hype for a lot of people. I still remember when this match first started coming out. It's so cool that I can actually say that. I've been reviewing it this consistently for this long. But I can still remember when the match started coming out, I believe in around March or February, and a lot of people were hyped for this game. Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of the fandom has definitely fallen off on this game. I can see why for certain reasons, but I'm going to make a whole video talking about how Blue Lock does it, probably like a Blue Lock versus JJK in terms of story pacing kind of thing, and why I think, even in spite of the minor problems I have with this game, it is overall a net positive to the series, a net positive on a character level, but obviously, we got some things to talk about. First things first is this WWW color page. Nomura, the man can do anything. I don't know. I have no idea. How do you... Like, dog, what is this? Like, don't get me wrong, it is the classic Nomura flavor. A bunch of different characters, some of which we are likely going to see soon, some of which we've seen in the past, some of which we may not see for a long while. If ever again, in some cases. It's interesting, this lineup. Obviously, you have Tokimitsu. Obviously, you know, he's on PXG. If he's not playing for PXG, something's wrong. So, we know Tokimitsu is going to be there. Lorenzo is an interesting pick for this. I'm assuming he's only here because we're rarely going to see the character again. If we do ever see the character again, it's going to be in, like, years. I highly doubt we're going to see Ubers or any variation of U20 Ubers play for a hot minute. So, Lorenzo getting a nice little speech on the color page makes sense. And obviously, this is his manga volume as well. So, we're going to get a little taste of Lorenzo before he goes. Jin Kiori, Kiora Jin, I think that's his name, not Kiori. Kiora, he's a character that's likely going to make a debut properly in PXG. It's going to be interesting, though. PXG already has so many things behind it that I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to be shocked on the pacing of that game. I think if people do not like how long this match is going to take, they're going to hate PXG. PXG has, like, 5 different character dynamics pre-set up, not to talk of adding more characters like Kiora, setting up Zantetsu, another character who's here with his own character dynamics. It's gonna be a beefy game, so I hope people are ready. A lot of people have been itching for it, and I don't blame them, but I wouldn't expect the smoothest transition, that's all I'm saying. Another character that's nice to see, obviously this duo, the protagonist and deuteragonist, Noda, they're gonna be on the color page. Sendo, once again, Sendo getting a strange amount of screen time. Like a strange amount of screen time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna clown on Sendo like I clown on certain other characters. He's unfortunately done too much. He's done too much now for me to freely clown on him. Unlike other certain characters from other series that I review on a consistent basis. He's done too much. I gotta give respect to Sendo, though I still don't like his hair color. Otoya, obviously, this is the tie to BM. I'm pretty sure every single team in one way or another is represented here. Ironically enough, the least represented team, which I guess kind of makes sense. I know we have 2 from BM. We have 2 from Barcha. We have 1, 2, 3 from Ubers, and then 1, 2, 3 from thinking, clicking, brain, PXG. We have 3 from PXG. So ironically enough, the most underrepresented team here, I do believe, would happen to be BM. But they have sort of, ironically enough, despite being the overdogs, they've also been kind of the underdogs of the league, just due to how chaotic the team has been, so that makes sense. and Shido. Whew, I know a lot of the Shido fans are itching and scratching and making devious plans for when this man finally shows back up in the narrative. So it makes good sense that Nomura is getting back into the pattern of drawing him, considering it's been, we're on chapter 238? It's been nearly 80 It's been over a year. It's been well over a year since he's drawn Shido consistently. So Shido coming back, obviously he has some practice, and for him makes sense. The only interesting omission from here is Rin. I'm kind of shocked Rin doesn't show up, but hey, I mean, Sentetsu showed up instead. We'll take what we can get. But enough of the color page. It does have a very interesting style. I like the orange outlines on everybody. But let's hop into the chapter itself. So we open up and we don't get to see. His buddy is waiting for him to deliver the final pass. As players gather in front of the Uber's goal, it's time to follow your ego, go all in, and bring this fantastic match to its end. That's crazy. I need to reread Manshine. I need to reread Barcha. And I'll see, maybe, you know what, I think I will do that. I think I'll do a ranking of the games after this chapter, and then once PXG is out, and I reread all of PXG in like 2 years. Because you know it's not going to be anytime short. It's going to be at least a solid year before PXG ends. I'll do a whole full proper ranking of the Neo Egotist League. But I love how even the narrator's like, finally, bring this match to an end. Because I think, I'm not sure, once again, Kaneshiro Sensei is the mangaka. And obviously, every mangaka has some sort of pulse on their fandom. It's not impossible. Like, we, as fans, have a lot of our social media filled with the respective things that we care about because, you know, social media programming. So I got to imagine the creators of the mangaka, unless they've explicitly gone out of their way to block every single part of their fandom, they're experiencing it too. So I'm assuming this line from Kaneshiro, or from the people who write Blue Lock, or not write Blue Lock, but I know sometimes these beginning of text things don't exist in the volumes. I know that's the case for Seven Deadly Sins. So I wouldn't be shocked if the people working on Blue Lock behind the scenes are like, finally, we're done. Like a lot of people have been itching and scratching for the match to end in real life. But let's see the lineup. Is that a Ness sighting? In 2023? Ness, bro. Just like, what, did Ness do anything? Ness didn't even help Kaiser get his goal. Ain't that crazy? Like, Ness didn't even help Kaiser get that. That was all Kaiser and his own ability. Ness, bro. He's been on a fall off ever since Barcha, don't get me wrong, but like he at least contributed a little bit. Just a little bit in Manshine. But now, bro, he's been reduced to a background character. That's crazy. Let's see. We got Kunigami leading alongside Hiyori, and we got Nico. Nico's about to get cooked by Hiyori. I can feel it in my bones. Nico is not going to make it out this one. But let's see. No? He accelerated. I can't stop him in a 1v1. Really? Nico? Really? Oh, no, I mean, I guess, legally speaking, Hiyori has been shown that he can fully cook on him. I mean, Hiyori is if slightly bigger dude than him. But, dog, Nico, you've been going kind of crazy, dog. You got the metavision and everything, and you don't really think you can cook? Come on now, Watchtower. You mean you're going to fold in front of every Hiyori ever? Me, personally, I wouldn't fold. Nah. Once again, I definitely get Hiyori is going under like he has multiple different things to his advantage. Because I've seen a whole bunch of stuff, right? Obviously, if you have any pulse in the community at all, he's been called Plot Hiyori. Yo Plot, like whatever you want to call him. All the different, like all the plot armor in the world. But to be fair, Hiyori does have multiple advantages for him. One, mystery. We had no idea what this guy could do. He had like 2 seconds in the U20. And even then, I forget if his goal even led to anything. And then obviously he had his little spat in third selection. So he's had a whole like 3 matches worth of Neo Egotist League training. He's getting an ego awakening. He's working with the one guy who can read his imagination exactly. He's been studying literally the entire field for the entire game up to this point. And ultimately, once again, all these Metavision users are worthless if they don't have data on somebody. If you don't know what kind of specs people can pull out, of course you're going to keep getting your ankles broken. The only one I can kind of see plot being argued is Lorenzo, because like Lorenzo should be low diffing Hiyori. Like the fact that Hiyori's been able to get past Lorenzo, break his ankles, that I can kind of understand, but like even still, Lorenzo is likely a data user, if not a Metavision user, because we've never seen him draw with Metavision. He likely has certain limitations. You can't expect Lorenzo to do everything, especially on someone who's amped out the wazoo like Hiyori on adrenaline and an ego awakening. So like, I'm letting it slide. But that may be the BM rider in me. That may be me looking past all critiques. But let's see. I can't stop in a 1v1. In that case, my job is to slow down Hiyori-kun's attack. I mean, I guess. You don't have any, like, there's no other option. Like, you don't really got a choice, so do what you gotta do, I guess. I don't know. I don't think you got that, though, Nico. I'm sorry, bro. I don't think you got it on Hiyori-yo, but let's see. Right now, you are screaming very loud. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm sorry. It's just screaming so loud, and I can hear it so clearly. I'm gonna do something risky. I'm gonna go into the darkness. I'm in the darkness! Is this what Kingdom Hearts truly is? But I could have sworn, according to Sora himself, that Kingdom Hearts was light! But maybe he was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have believed Sora. What did he know? As one who understands nothing, can know what? How's that line go? One who knows nothing can understand nothing. Maybe that's the truth. Or maybe truly, Blue Lock is light. You're not going to stop screaming, are you? This is literally the only thing I have open on you. You were not screaming earlier, I swear. But regardless, we're going to keep it pushing the best we can. Right now, Isagi Yoichi is playing off Hiyori's movement. Whoa! Wait a minute. Let me fix this. It's playing off Isagi Yoichi's movement. Oh wait, no. English. Right now, Isagi Yoichi is playing off Hiyori's movements to receive that final pass. But I won't let Isagi move freely. So Aryu's locking Isagi down. So essentially, an air game is not impossible. Once again, I get Isagi has the metavision, he has the specs, he's going crazy, he's thinking reflexively, he's on who knows what kind of things pumping through his system right now, but like, Aryu was capable of stopping Kunigami, stopping Kaiser, stopping Ness, like, don't get me wrong, as a striker, bro's had a massive fall off, massive, gargantuan. Bro ain't not a striker no more, he's a defender, but as a player, I don't think there's been a single other character, at least in the Blue Lock project. Obviously, there's Agi. Agi was a demon in the air. But outside of Aryu, there's no one like him. There's no one like him. And I don't think Isagi's got it like that. So Isagi, if he's going to get an air pass from Hiyori, if they're going to go with that, they need to break Aryu's ankles or something. Aryu cannot read where that ball is coming from. But let's see. Aiming for the chaos created by those two. Predicting the trajectory of Hiyori's pass. This guy's intent is on forcibly snatching the goal. I mean, yeah, it's not like he can just gently take it. Come on now, dog. But, I thought that was Hiyori for a second. No, that's my boy Kaiser. The Emperor. Now, I've been peddling and pushing a certain narrative. That narrative, if it can be remembered correctly, if you forgot, because I haven't mentioned a couple chapters, I may have been reading, I may be able to see the future. I say Isagi had to get on the field, Isagi had to be Kaiser as a playmaker, and Isagi's going to be Kaiser as a striker. So if Isagi scores, he done beat Kaiser as a striker, and that means PXG is going to be about these two monsters, these two demons, the hero and the Emperor aligning against the demon and Blue Lock's number one, Rini Toshi. So presumably Kaiser's going to fail here. Which hurts because I still really, really like Kaiser, but obviously, you know, the Yoichi Yucker since day one. So I need Isagi to get this done. But let's see. Don't take your eyes off Kaiser. Slay Yoichi. Kaiser's locked in. He's definitely locked in. That's good though. He needs it, right? Because essentially, ironically enough, the scenario's kind of flipped. Like, before it was Isagi versus the world. And technically it still kind of is. But now it's just Isagi versus the other team and Kaiser. Meanwhile, at first it was Kaiser versus the other team and Isagi. So now Isagi's going to have to factor that in there. Though, unfortunately, I don't think charging Isagi is the best move. I really don't. I think him being there kind of narrows your options, because now you have to deal with twice the defenders, one of whom is air dominant, and one of whom is just like generally physically dominant. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, got the metavision. Interesting. Kaiser doesn't have Predator Eye nor metavision on. And once again, look at the pristine conditioning, bro. Not a drop of sweat on him. Meanwhile, this man is dripping buckets. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Bro's going crazy with that left foot. He's saying back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Uh-oh, he's shattering. Shattering like glass. Hiyori, what are you about to cook in this kitchen of ours? Uh-oh. So fast. Right. Mmm. Well, no, you know he's not gonna. Well, maybe he's gonna go right with his left, but he's not gonna do anything outside of his left foot. That's his dominant foot right there. You can't fall for that, Nico. Don't fall for the fake out. But let's see. So fast, right? Left. Once again, yeah, Nico. Like U20 Sagi. U20 Isagi knew that Hiyori's a lefty demon. Nico, the Watchtower. You're telling me you don't know that? Like, don't get me wrong. I know you don't got much data on that man, Hiyori, but really, you ain't got that data? You ain't got that DLC? Come on now. Come on. You should know the patch notes. Maybe not the patch notes in its entirety. Hiyori did just recently get a whole bunch of buffs. But, like, the basic thing. You know that man's not going right with his left foot. You know how difficult that is? Come on now. Let's see. Left? No. The pass route opened. It's coming. There you go. Now, but let's see. Look at bro breathing. He's ready. He's itching. He's scratching for it. No, this guy. He's only looking at the ball. I mean, once again, this does come from the idea of both of them kind of thinking reflexively. And that's actually kind of crazy. Because essentially they're gambling. They're gambling. Because before, the reflex scenario, the main one that I think everyone thinks of when they hear of reflex in Blue Lock, it's either Shido's kick or it's Isagi's kick back in third selection. The big thing there is that Hiyori and Isagi were not in sync. Hiyori just sent it, and he literally says after that third selection match, he's like, hey, dude, I'm going to be real with you. I wasn't even actually aiming for you for real. I was aiming for Ren or Shido. You just happened to be there. But two men being guided by reflex, that's going to be interesting. Essentially, they kind of have to guess. This literally is a gamble. Where Metavision, I mean, it works for them reading the field solely for themselves. But, like, if Isagi's in the wrong spot, he's in the wrong spot. And if Hiyori's in the wrong spot or he aims in the wrong direction, he aimed in the wrong direction. It's going to be dangerous. Let's see. He's planning on shooting it himself? No. And get stopped by Sir Sendo all over again? Me, personally, I wouldn't fall for that. But let's see. And by the way, he doesn't even have like an open shot course. And pro is not Michael Kaiser. He does not have Kaiser impact. And that is far to be shooting from with no clear shot course. I don't know about all that. I do not know. But let's see. The foot's coming. I'm selfish. That's what Blue Lock's all about, ain't it? I'm sorry. I don't know. I can never... Thankfully, the game's over. Because I've never been able to settle on a Lorenzo voice. I have no idea how to sound like I haven't bathed in 10 days. That's the kind of greasy fella that Lorenzo is. I've never been able to figure out his voice. I never figured out Snuffy's voice either. Despite Snuffy being such a prominent character, both Lorenzo and Snuffy usually end up coming up with voices relatively quick for characters. But I don't know. Those two characters, they've just been consistently breaking my vocal cords ankle. I've never been able to sit down and lock down a voice for either of them. It consistently changes. That's what Blue Lock's all about, ain't it? And that's not even what he says. He says that's what Blue Lock is all about, right? But that's not... It's too like... shonen protagonist. I can't give him this kind of voice. He looks too greasy. But the moment I get more greasy, it sounds just Australian. I can't even do a good Australian accent. And I don't even think he is Australian. He's not German. Italian. I don't speak. I'm friends with Italians, but they don't have Italian accents. I have no idea how to. And I mean, I can't even do it. No, I have no idea. So, you know, I'm going to give Lorenzo this voice. How selfish. That's what Blue Lock's all about, right? I can't think of him. I'm sorry. But he's going to be gone. It doesn't matter too much. Ooh. What is this? Dog. Did he? Yo. He sweat. That is correct. Okay, so at least from my understanding of this, right? based on the leg that's up here. Lorenzo comes in. He comes in for the slide tackle to get the ball away. Hiyori, like, it's like he used his foot as a shovel, scooped the ball, right, like, and you can tell by the motion line here, he just, like, if this is Lorenzo's knee, he just, they were basically rubbing on each other. That sounds so wrong. But they were basically, I was about to say grinding. They were basically this close apart. He just barely whiffed. Well, it was obviously a purposeful whiff, but like, that kind of ball control is crazy. But once again, look at the leg he's doing it with. Everything is with that left leg. I'm willing to put stocks in Hiyori's left leg, bro. I know Noah is sitting on the bench like, what are these demons doing? Like, there's no way bro is. I know bro won't be mad if they win, but like, dog. I know he's looking at this thing, is like, where was this? Where was this? You would be on the starting roster. Well, let's see. Whiff. He's got Nico and Lorenzo. Okay, so Lorenzo's down. So I don't think Lorenzo's going to contribute to the match anymore. Huh? A feint? What the heck is this guy planning? So Lorenzo essentially has to, like, apparate back into the air. Because if Hiyori passes now, the only thing is Nico's still there. So he may not want to pass with Nico there. How predictable. In the end, you're just gonna pass. You know what? I actually like that. I actually genuinely like that. That Borrow can smell it on him. He can smell who stands on business. Like, that is, I like that. Because who fell for it? The people who are defenders. They're thinking logically. They say, oh, Hiyori's a striker. He's trying to be a striker. He tried to score last time. And obviously, he's not even looking at Isagi. There's no way they're trying to coordinate. So they went in to stop Hiyori as if he was going for the shot. And that allowed Hiyori to hit them with the feint. But Borrow, a striker of strikers, he can recognize. He can smells weak in here. And he's immediately able to identify the kind of mentality that people are on. So he knows they're just going to pass. But I don't know, Borrow. You knew to defend him, broski. I'm not sure you like that. But let's see. There, the pass route sailed off. Without Isagi, you're just an insignificant lackey, too weak to fight for himself. Hey, Borrow. I was about to wait. I can't say that about Lorenzo. Lorenzo's a demon. I'm pretty sure Lorenzo could score on his own. But like, Borrow. Ain't you the kind of fellow who can't even score without your whole crew helping you? I'm kidding. He obviously scored on his own, pretty much on his own for the second one, right? I mean, sure, he did have coordination help, but like, I see what Borrow means here, though, right? Like, it's just the difference between someone with a striker's mentality, or at least a pure striker's mentality, and a person who's thinking more logically, but essentially anti-striker. Borrow, he's able to smell the weakness in Hiyori, and he's like, you just ain't like that, Bucko. You just ain't like me, for real. You ain't no striker. You're just a lackey. Because that's how he sees people who do nothing but pass. And unfortunately, he has a team full of lackeys, but while he's able to respect it on his side, he doesn't necessarily care about the other side. But oh no, Borrow. Tell me, buddy. Tell me. You think you could do it? All on your own? I think you learned your lesson already, Bucko. So every team needs a lackey or two. There needs to be a hierarchy everywhere, or else there's nothing but chaos. And I ain't talking about Sonic. So, dog, I don't know about all that, but let's see. Too slow, fool. I can already see Sagi scoring the winning goal. Hallelujah. Isagi is about to score. Let's do it. Lorenzo, if you don't get your behind up, where's the motion, bruh? Where's the motion? She's sitting there like, wow, got my ankles broken by a 16-year-old. I think he's like, is he already 17? I forget how old Hiyori is. But, dog. Huh? Okay. I mean, to be fair, Borrow, I mean, the pass, like, it depends on where he thinks Isagi's gonna go. But, like, right now, especially with his left foot, he already could just send a curver right around Borrow. Like, Borrow would be forced to, like, block it with his hand, but that'd be a handball. Has there been a single handball in Blue Lock? And again, we're dealing with such high level players. I highly doubt handballs would ever happen. But like, I don't know, Bar. Are you sure the pass course is locked off? Maybe the shot course is locked off. Even then, I wouldn't say that. I don't know, Bucko. But let's see. Step in. Isagi. Bros went blind. He went blind with Wanderlust. Let's see. Yoichi? Huh? This guy. He's not. Ah, interesting. But hey, that once again, that's a smart way to do it. Use Kaiser in order to block off Aiku, right? Because Kaiser's going to come in regardless. And Aiku, I mean, I'm not going to lie, he's low-key had Isagi on a leash the entire match. Isagi got that one goal because he happened to catch Aiku off guard with his increased specs in the lefty shot. But after that, Aiku, especially after getting Metavision, has kind of had Isagi unlocked. So what do? Send a more superior player after him. Send Kaiser after him. And he can't leave Kaiser alone. That's the big thing, right? Even though they know, as we know, that there's likely a 0.00001% chance that Hiyori would pass to Kaiser, there's still that chance. And if the ball somehow ends up at Kaiser's feet, that's a goal. They don't know about Isagi and Kaiser's little deal. They're just seeing two strikers who are starving like Marvin for a goal. So ultimately using Kaiser to get rid of Aiku. And then once again, remember what I mentioned, you can't beat Ryu in the air. The man's too dominant. He has too much height. He has too much reach all around. But what do when you're dealing with Ryu? You go low. And don't get me wrong, Ryu still has super duper long limbs. But like, obviously against Ryu, Isagi's not winning that matchup. So it makes sense to go low. But let's see. Baro, he's trying to get in the way. This guy, he's not. This guy, he's not. Interesting. Did he have a hand on Baro's stomach right now, bro? Hiyori, watch it, bro. Don't slip. Let's see. This guy, he's not. This guy, he's not. They aren't even looking at each other. But look at that. Look at the veins popping. Look at the eyes flashing. They both in flow right now. Once again, they're doing everything by reflex. It's that moving before you think. And I think I've mentioned it before. I would say his name, but I know he'd get mad. The man had like inhuman reactions. I swear. And he would always say, I don't know, I just don't be really thinking that much. I just be doing. He lived by reflex. He would I swear, you could throw like a fastball at him with a baseball and he just rip it right out the air without even really looking at it. Bros really like that. And that's the kind of timing they're on. Isagi, he's only staring at that goal, looking for that weak point. He's only staring at that ball, looking for the most scrumdiddlyumptious pass the side of the Mississippi. And I'm loving it. Let's see what they do, though. Because there's still the possibility that they could whiff. Once again, Hiyori was looking for something in third selection. And Isagi was there to take it. But now they ain't even looking at each other. Could get devious. But let's see. Whoa, that's okay. So wait, they're going high? That's a risk. This is what happened. But then again, that was Then again, that was Snuffy. That was Snuffy that they tried to go high against before. But going high against Ryu, dog? That's correct. I mean, I guess you gotta abuse the fact that he's like a kind of a wall. And notably, I thought, if anything, Hiyori that's a gamble. Because Hiyori went for this straight overhead arcing shot. If I'm assuming the ball's he chipped it, and it's gonna go down, and Isagi, who's right here, is likely gonna end up right here and go for a shot in the left side of the goal, right? But the thing is, Ryu, if he notices it in time, because he's still facing this way, he hasn't turned around 100% to meet Isagi yet, he could see the ball and just knock it. Like, I know the game's supposed to end this chapter, so that literally can't happen, but dog, this is a big old gamble right here. Let's see if this gamble pays off. Yo, this is literally, this reminds me of the statement that this is like an Itoshi Sei level curvature in passing, or just an Itoshi level curve and pass. Because look at this angle, bro. That was perfect timing. That was genuinely like, if they were off by a millisecond, that could have gone so bad. I can see it. He's got to score now. But, dog, do you see this? at least from my perspective, it looked like Ryu had it turned around here. It looked like here. I'm not sure how much editing me. You're gonna have to work some magic here. It looked like Ryu had turned around. Or no, he hadn't. Like, it looks like his face was still here. But it looks like Hiyori caught him, using Bar as a smokescreen, and the fact that Isagi had forced Ryu to turn his head. Essentially, Hiyori could take the high-risk pass, using Baro as a screen to block off anyone's vision of him. And then, using Baro as said screen, while Ryu's doing the turn to go chase Isagi, as Kaiser and Aiku are clumping in here, essentially negating each other, it allows Hiyori to abuse the high pass so it ends up right at Isagi's feet. Because the issue is, right, the issue with the way I would have initially shot it, just based on how I would be thinking, especially using the left foot, I would have gone this way around Baro, going in for a sharp, clean, low pass to the feet, like what Isagi needed from Yukimaya earlier in the game. But no, they went for the high here because all the perfect conditions were met. Likely because, once again, they're using reflex, and they're abusing these, like, essentially not fraction of a second, but like 2-3 second windows perfectly. And once again, it's just too many bodies. Ryu's indirectly blocking Kaiser while Iku's also blocking Kaiser. Meanwhile, Isagi, he's in just that right spot. And Aiku, if Isagi like shoots immediately, like say he's right here, you see he's breaking down the puzzle pieces. If he shoots right here, Aiku does not have enough time to pivot, do the 180-degree turn, and try and block. This is tight. This is tight. Let's see. Yeah, if we're the real deal, by clashing and crossing our visions of becoming the best player in the world. Look at the ball. Bro, it's so locked in right now. Again, what you got, bro? 50. It's a 50-50. It's literally a 50-50 again. What you got? Let's see. Oh, yo, that's crazy. Isagi really looked back at it and was like, "What you got? What you got for me, Hiyori?" Let's see. Scrumptious. Look at this. Look at the splat. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's gorgeous. Boom, a clean 100% full power direct shot from a flow Isagi. This is a flashback to the end of the U20, dog, because that's a goal. Look at that. Fukaku Gen, worthless, garbage, trash. He fell for it. Using the right foot to go left, at least from my understanding. Darn. Buttery. We can even go beyond our wildest dreams. The word impossible doesn't exist in Isagi and Hiyori's lexicon. As the two egoists conquer the chaos and score the winning goal, they show the world that they are the epicenter of the football universe. Alright, let me see if this goal is offsides. I've heard people saying it was offsides. Let me see. Let's take a look in a book. No! How are people getting the impression that this is offsides? Unless I'm missing something. Unless I'm literally missing something. They're in the box together. Well, this does seem a little bit backwards. Like, shouldn't this line be out here? I'm a little confused. I will admit, I'm a little confused, but I don't see how this is offsides. Because, like, he's right next to Aiku here. I mean, he goes in a little further. Wait, and it's possible. Like, I forget. Hold on, let me look up a soccer field real quick. I ain't doing all that. But, dog, how is this offsides? I've heard people saying this should be offsides or something, but, like, Ryu is in here. Aiku's feet are clearly planted in here. I mean, and this obviously isn't half of the field, so this is the box. I don't see how this is offsides. I don't get where people are getting that from, but the game is finally over. Isagi, you gotta stop hopping on these men, bro. We are not beating the boy love allegations, bro. I mean, it's Blue Lock. I mean, no one's really surprised, but I mean, look at Ryo and Nagi, but dog, he straight hopped on. Like, look at the distance between these two as well. Look at the distance. These two are nowhere near each other. And he straight up said, "Come here, man." Got on top of him. Golly. So the game is finally over. I'll admit. A worthy chapter for 1 and for 2. That was in essence simplicity personified. I know some people aren't going to like that, but I actually like that, right? Because remember, Isagi's not a demon. Like, no, he's an adaptability demon, as the Nagi side series has said recently, one of their chapters. He's an adaptability demon. But ultimately, the man's got a simple kit. Sure, I was looking for that like direct shot bicycle kick off of Fiori's fumbled goal. I was looking for something crazy. But in terms of what Isagi does, it really is getting in there for that juicy direct shot. And he did that. And once again, because they're operating by reflex, they are not doing anything that requires higher level thought. That kind of simple and clean finish, one that just locks off the end, I think it works. I think it's neat. And I think this chapter is just a little bit peak. However, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, please leave end to Ubers in the comment section down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that little notification bell so you not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below. It's one for as low as $1, get them one. Now, get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dag of the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members, Wakanda Plays, Red Wolf 4765, and Burp Skills. I'd like to give another very big thank you to our $5 patrons, Sean, Midnight Gemlord, Kevin, and Demex LND. And I'd like to give a fat, hefty thank you to our $10 patrons, Robbie Uchiha, Joaquin, and Idemokami. And I'd like to give another hefty, nasty thank you to our $25 member, Alex Ice Rose. And another big fat scrumdiddlyumptious thank you to our $25 patrons, Igneal and Calvin Elder.